This is Grandmaster Priyadarshan here, and I wanted to talk about a new feature on Lichess that would be extremely helpful when you're working with your students. And if your students are in, like, let's say, beginner or absolute beginner or rated under 1400, and if they're making a lot of blunders. So please look at this video carefully so you can kind of enable the settings on your Lichess screen, as well as inform your students when they are practicing on Lichess that the setting is enabled. So, I'm recording this in February 2026, and I think it's a fairly new feature. I just now noticed it. So I thought I would, bring it to all of your attention so that you can use it and improve your training quality with your students. Yeah. So let me share my screen and explain what this feature is. So here we have basically a board, right? And on Lichess specifically, I'm not aware of chess.com. They have something similar, but in Lichess, let's say you create a study or analysis board, however you're explaining a position or a game to a student. And I'm sure you can look at the settings here. And when you look at the settings, you'll normally see these display these kind of additional options. But this visual motifs is a new feature that they have launched, if I'm not wrong, where it says undefended pieces, pinned pieces, checkable king. All this three is very useful, especially for young players, players who make a lot of mistakes, players who don't see unprotected pieces, they blunder pieces, people who don't see random checks on the king and they lose material. Let me show you how it works. So first thing, turn it on, important, all the three. So let's say we play knight f3 and then black plays b5 and white plays e3. Now, because we had turned on this undefended pieces, you see this new X mark coming over there to say that, oh, this is undefended. Look at this. When we play a6, defended, so that is gone. Yeah. Let's say we play a4. Again, that X mark comes. So this way, if you train your students on, let's say on, undefended pawns and pieces, this is a very good training methodology for them. And then let me explain to you how the pin feature works. So let's say bishop 7, you play g3. You see, it says this knight on f3 is kind of under a weak pin in this diagonal now, kind of. You see the pin feature starting to show. And let us say that you play c5, black plays c5, you go d4. Now, you see the checkable king feature is starting to get activated because it says there is a check that you can give on the king. So this is especially, I think, very good when you're working with young kids and players who make a lot of blunders, who don't see unprotected pawns and pieces. So when they see that spotlight on that, let's say that X, they'll focus, oh, something is weak, maybe I could try to capture, right? So please turn this on, motives. I would say till they get good at it. So once they get good at it, then maybe you should turn it off, because if not, you're give them like a hint. But initially, when they are struggling to identify which protected, not protected, to guide them towards the unprotected things, you can use this toggle on and off on visual motifs, on Lichess, on study, analysis board, all of it. I think it would be extremely useful for all our Chess Gaja coaches. So please take advantage of this new feature. It will help your students a lot, in my opinion. Thank you.